What's up everybody, 915 Mang here. I'm going to do a video today about an RODI system. This system is what I use to put in the purest water that I can in my reef tank. As you can see, the filters need a little bit of replacing. We're going to go through all that in this video, but I want to explain to any new viewers out there who are thinking about starting a reef tank the importance of this filter. With this filter, it's not like a freshwater system where you can throw in water conditioners in your regular tap water and your fish are going to be okay. The reason you need a RODI system is, like I said, because you want to put in the purest possible water that you can in your reef tank. Now, when you're coming into saltwater, you're going to go ahead and spend some money. It's not only just going to be the tank, you're still going to have to buy the stand. You got to make sure your tank is drilled. But this is one of the most important steps and pieces of equipment that you're going to need, because you're going to want zero TDS, or zero total dissolved solids. And with this RODI system, water purification system, it's going to have a meter on there, and you're going to be able to do that. Now, if this costs a lot of money up front, which it does, look out for these on sale on the holidays. But the reason I have one permanently installed in my garage is because it's a matter of convenience. Now, I could be going to the local fish store and pick up some pre-mixed salt water for me, which you don't have to worry about RODI and all that. But like I said, it's for convenience for me. I have it at home, and can you imagine driving back and forth to the water mill where you can get the water at, or to your local fish store with buckets? Not everybody has a truck. Some people have cars and all that. So I went ahead and I picked up this RODI system, and it's just a matter of convenience. Now back to the RODI. They do sell these RODIs at Home Depot, Lowe's. They sell them at all over the place. But I recommend you get them online or at your pet store, your local fish store, which we say LFS. And the reason why is because these are clear. Now, the kind that you can get at the Home Depot and Lowe's stores, they are not clear. They're solid plastic, so you can't really tell when it's time to change out your filters. The first stage that I'm changing out, as you can see, it's clear, is the sediment filter. I used a bucket right here just to catch any water so I won't make a mess in my house, actually in my garage. And you can see the rings of dirt that this filter has caught. This catches all the floating particles and just refines the water, making it as pure as it can go. As you can see, I repeated the process with several other filters. This is the deionization. I got carbon right there, another DI, and this one is color changing, so it actually changes colors when it needs to be replaced. Now, I get my replacement filters from bulk resupply. The reason why it's just easier for me just to buy it all as a package and a little bit of a discount, not much, but I do change them out. Typically change them out every 6 months or so, or as needed, because it has a TDS, or total dissolved solids meter, where once that thing goes from 0 on up, I go ahead and change it out, because I don't want any problems with my reef tank. Once you start dumping regular tap water into your tank, you're going to have problems later on down the road. It might not be immediately, but you will have problems. You're going to have, algae growing on your rocks. It's just going to be a mess, and you're setting yourself up for failure if you don't do your maintenance. This video is more not for the experts out there, the other hobbyists who are been in reefing a lot longer than me. This video is more for the people interested in getting into saltwater and want to know a little bit more than advertisement just to sell the product. Now, what I'm dumping out is called DI resin. I'm just dumping it out into a bucket. It comes out a mess. I'll rinse it out with regular water right now, and then I'll go ahead and pack it with the DI resin. Now, what the DI resin does, it makes your water super zero, all the way down to zero, because your RODI, without it, is still going to come out with some TDS. Now, this stuff says it's nuclear grade, But what I'm looking for is to make sure that this stuff is airtight. And what I use is a little razor, open up the seal so I just cut the corners so that way I can go ahead and pour it into the container a lot easier than cutting it all the way across. This stuff usually does make a mess with it. It's as you can see, it's the color changing beads right there. As soon as they get spent, they start turning yellow. I just fill this container up all the way, tap it into the container easy as much as possible, and then when you're done, you're gonna want to tap it some more, and then it'll compress into the container, as you can see. You're gonna use 1 pack per container, so just stuff it all the way as you can. Keep tapping it and just press down on it all the way until you can't get it anymore. The tighter the seal that you have in there, the better results you're going to have getting that zero TDS. Changing out your filters is a pretty fast process. It's pretty straightforward. Just unscrew it, replace it, and tighten it, as you can see. And all my filters are nice and clean. The next part right here are the membranes. I need to change these out individually, but I haven't yet because they're about $30 each, and I'm gonna go ahead and do that next. This right here is the TDS meter. It'll tell you your reading coming in, and it'll tell you the reading once it goes out through the RODI system. This piece right here, the filter monitor, is pretty much worthless because I haven't even been using it. But the TDS meter is what is the most important part for you to pay attention to. Now the way I have mine hooked up is actually through a Y split connector. It's brass, and then it's the cold water side. It's going feeds my washing machine, and the other end actually feeds my RODI system. As you can see, I just flick a switch when when I need to use it and make some RODI water, and when I'm done, I just flick the switch the other way, and I totally shut it off. Another way that you can prolong your filter life is it comes with the flush valve. You just keep it like this to run all the dirty water out of it first. You monitor the TDS meter, and then when you're done, you go ahead and flick it the other way so that it gets fed to the membrane. It's a really good tool, and it comes with your system if you get it from Bulk Reef Supply. The next part is a sensor. The sensor is actually connected to this TDS meter. It's going to read the water coming in before it hits your DI resin, and then it's going to read the water coming out as it exits your DI resin. And it's a good tool to use, and I most definitely recommend that you have it. But there it is. It's just a little sensor right there. It's going to tell you what your water quality is coming out of the filters. Some of you may need booster pumps. As long as you have 60 psi, you're good. It pretty much takes all day and to make this water, and it wastes about 5 gallons per 1 gallon of crystal clear water. The way that I'm doing it is a brute trash can. It's heavy duty, and I have a float valve right there. When I'm done, it just shuts it off, and then there you go. You're good to go and pit this water as to make mixed salt water, or just top off your auto top off reservoir to refill your tank. Well guys, thanks for watching. Hope this video helps. Take care.